In today's video, I'm going to be spending 12 hours straight on the brand new planet Kepler. Now, you're probably asking yourself, Toad, what are you going to do on Kepler for 12 hours?
Time to find out.
This has become a bit of a tradition here on the channel, and with how different Kepler is from the rest of the planets, I'm really excited to see what we can find and accomplish. Anyway, let's not waste any more time and get started.
The liquid which eventually reaches the coconut is referred to as the endosperm. This endosperm acts...
Damn, look! Creamy tissue! Oh! Is drinking cocoa! No!
As we begin our adventure on Kepler, the time is 8 AM. For those of you who may have failed kindergarten, this means my ass is going to be here until 8 PM, so let's hope there's a lot for us to do. The first thing I want to do is acquire the brand new Graviton Spike exotic hand cannon, which hopefully is very straightforward, but if it's not, well, we have plenty of time. Now, I should also mention that Kepler has world tiers, or in other words, patrol difficulties. Increasing the difficulty makes the enemies harder, but it also adds more puzzles and better loot. So, to keep things interesting, I'm going to start on Legendary, but work my way up to Mythic as we get deeper into the 12 hours. Anyway, for now, I spoke to Lodi to get this Graviton ball rolling. He then pointed me towards the Emeritus, who sent me to gather some weapon fragments. There's a lot of stuff on this map, but eventually I found my target. This is basically a big fetch quest where you have to go find the missing pieces of the gun, but they're all hidden or locked behind a puzzle, which is very on theme with this expansion. Right? This is a burst shotgun? Okay. Wow, I forgot until last night that somewhere there are crossbows in Edge of Fate. All right, input Fluent Ionian command. Find the lost apartment, external observation weapon piece within the search area. Okay. And, oh, that's nice. That is so cool. Oh my god, that is awesome. That is awesome. I did a little Metroid mountain climbing and found a chest on my way to this first part. This awarded me a Tier 2 shotgun. Tier 2 weapons have enhanced perks in the right columns. Tier 3 weapons have 2 enhanced perks with additional options. Tier 4 weapons have enhanced perks with multiple options as well as enhanced mods. And Tier 5 weapons have all of the above plus more options, enhanced barrels, and a unique visual effect. I still haven't seen anything higher than Tier 2, so hopefully we'll find some more interesting stuff as the hours go on. Anyway, after some confusion, I eventually found my first weapon part. The Emeritus then told me to go find even more weapon parts, so that's what I did for a while. To get the second piece, I had to use a combination of Matter Morph and Matter Spark to uncover a hidden room. The rest of the quest followed a similar pattern, so I'm not going to show you every part. I should mention though that in addition to weapons, armor also got the tier treatment, as well as set bonuses. I won't go into detail on this, but know that this is something I'll be chasing because higher tiers of armor with the right archetypes actually look really juicy. Anyway, after killing some Vex and finding another part, I spoke to Lodi, who told me to complete an activity called the Seieve. We've officially entered Hour 2. My first order of Hour 2 is still just to finish this quest. So my friend Ruby joined me, and we went to start the Seieve.
Is it like a quest
Whoa,
that's gonna drag
what the
us
hell? There's a placeholder image. This is weird. This is really weird.
Gotcha, well, is it a solo thing? Do I need to leave?
I don't think, wait. Oh, wait a minute.
You can't even do it.
Yeah. Wait, what the flip? It just disappeared! What the fuck? Okay, well, it's gone now. Oh, that's so, okay, right. Yeah, so I had forgotten that the Seieve isn't always active, and I literally just missed it. Unfortunately, I have to wait kind of a while for it to come back, so we'll come back to that. For the time being, I started admiring these tier 4 and 5 weapons available at the Altar of Relativity. These all have triumph completions associated with them, so I'll go ahead and keep note of these so we can circle back around in a couple hours. Alrighty, so what are we doing? What are we doing now if we have like 30 minutes to kill? Yeah. Wait, I have an hour and 40 minutes to wait? What? Is that what that timer? Oh my fucking god. What? So we can't actually get the Graviton hand cannon for another hour and 40 minutes. That is the last step of my Graviton Through the Ages quest. Okay, well, since I have a lot longer to wait, I started a Nikora side quest, which was pretty simple, but it got us talking about the Edge of Fate story, something I touch on more in the review of Edge of Fate that I posted just the other day. The Shrine of Failure, every separate item here has an accompanying log that notes a failure. Test 43A resulted in implosion. Genetic samples lost to mold. Forgot to wish Professor Fiola happy birthday. Someone's monument to failure was that they forgot to wish their professor a happy birthday. That's fantastic. The shrine is a vow to learn and try again. As we wait for the Seieve timer to reach 0, I set my sights on this daily reward. It turns out there are daily featured regions on Kepler, and today's is the Gorge. After reading this, I then got distracted and headed towards the Singularity. I figured maybe there's some cool stuff back there since it's the last place you visit in the campaign. After navigating here for quite a while, I started to get really confused. It started to seem like I was just doing circles. Everyone in here is gonna be like, Toad, you're a f***ing idiot. But like, we were in Italy last week, and say what you will, but like, homies like God. Like, and I'm not hating. This is heavy shank. Do be resilient. 1 hour till Seieve. Be there or be square. I'll be there or I won't have the Graviton hand cannon. Gambit is gone. Okay, without spoiling anything.
Dude,
at the end of the campaign, when that thing happens, and I was like, no fucking shot. Edge of Fate is just a $40 Gambit sunset.
They are literally writing Gambit out of the story, and that is something I never thought I'd say. Enjoying it and finding
Am I
Osiris
back
really
where I
interesting.
fucking started? Okay, hold on. Chat, I have spent all of hour 2 trying to reach this ass Singularity, only to go in a big circle. That's the great part. You can only do that in the final mission. Are you for shizzle? Damn, okay, well, sorry y'all, didn't mean to completely waste hour 2 trying to reach the unreachable. I guess I'll go back to the caldera. After that colossal waste of time, I went ahead and did a Lodi side quest to feel productive. This quest had me investigating fallen bodies for some slime?
I need to get to another psychic slime.
I actually really struggled with some of these because I'm an idiot. Seriously though, some of these puzzles actually had me thinking. Really cool. There's a wyvern. Eventually though, we figured it out and completed the quest. We have officially entered hour 3. Going into hour 3, I headed for a drifter side quest. This one was a chess themed quest where we wandered around collecting chess pieces with bits of lore scattered throughout. You'll see this a little more as we go through, but I must say I was pleasantly surprised with some of the lore drops in these side quests. Anyway, I then got distracted by this force field. It stumped me for a while, but I eventually found 3 Matter Spark batteries that took down the shield, revealing a collectible urn. This is unrelated, but I took a look at the new modifier and difficulty customization system, and I wanted to float that I think a file browser or sharing feature would be really cool. I'd love to be able to create a challenge on a certain strike and send it to my friend or out to the public. I'm sure it's been mentioned by others already, but I think it'd be a great way to engage the community in this new system. Alright guys, T-minus 17 minutes until the Seieve arrives. Requires completion of quest Explore Kepler Fabled, which is what we're doing in about an hour and a half. So we'll probably get this tier 4 Agape.
I'm gonna actually you right now. The solar hand cannon that people keep calling Agape is not Agape. It is Agape. And the reason is because the description says boundless without conditions, which is the exact definition of Agape. Who asked? Everybody, because they keep saying it wrong and it's pissing me off.
While we continued to wait for the Seieve, we headed over to the Gorge to see what we could find.
So, right here.
So overwhelmed when Duck and I were playing. Whoa, what the fuck? What? Oh my god, what the fuck? We tried figuring this room out for a while, but we were really drawing blanks. There's clearly something down there, but for now, I'll have to just stay confused and come back to it later. Thankfully, it wasn't very long till I found my next chest, which was a simple Matter Spark unlock. Ruby then found another urn, which brings us a bit closer to completing that triumph. We then found a little Vex incursion, which rewarded a chest. We found some other neat puzzles, but nothing to really write home about. I also got curious and lowered my FOV in Matter Spark, which I do not recommend.
Now, this is epic.
Whoa! What the fuck? This is so silly. Oh, an urn. Now that we've killed enough time, we can finally do the Seieve activity, which should award us with the new hand cannon. Are we banking moats? The Seieve is a layered activity with multiple rounds. This first round is a defend the drill site activity. Afterwards, you're awarded with a chest before entering the following round. This is also where I entered hour 4. Whoa. Oh, what, did it just give it to me?
Hello.
I just have it. I'll be honest, I had very low expectations for this exotic, but I'm really enjoying it. This is the second ever dual type exotic, although technically now there's 3 if you count the raid rocket launcher. It has a faster firing arc mode and a slower firing stasis mode. Getting precision hits with one will overcharge the other. So you're switching modes a lot, but once you get into a rhythm, it feels really satisfying to use. We killed the boss, which then segues us into a third round, which has the classic collecting and banking of those modes. Completion of this activity gave us a fat chest that awarded me another copy of the new Melis Panoplia exotic Titan arms. I also realized Graviton Spike could be modified through the crafting system, which is something we'll explore a bit more later when we up the difficulty.
Remove the Giver Sentry immunity with a Matter Spark Blast. Oh.
Now I'm going for this motherfucker. I'm doing it. Oh, no, come here, bitch. After our second Seieve run, Ruby found this room that we were actually never able to figure out how to get into, and we looked around for quite a while. It was here that I noticed this blue flower, which you can interact with using the Graviton Spike. Although, once again, I was very confused on what to do with it, but don't worry, I'll revisit it later. There's also a blue flower outside that spinning wheel from earlier. Once again, this stumped us, and I'll come back to it later. I then found the last chest in the gorge, found another urn, and did this complicated-ass relocator puzzle. Okay, maybe it's not that complicated, but it felt complicated. Solving it, though, rewarded me with another urn, which I think these urns are just related to like triumphs and things like that. Ruby then headed out for the day, and I entered hour 5. To celebrate, I went ahead and upped the difficulty to Fabled, which is where I'll stay for quite a while until we reach Mythic. When I touched down, I was met with a new quest called Explore Kepler Fabled, which granted a further upgrade to Matter Spark as a reward. Sure, let's do it. But not before I take a little lunch break. I had about a fifth of a Chipotle burrito left, and it wasn't much, but man, it was good. Not as good as Gamer Subs though, and you can use my code TOAD for a nice discount on anything you'd like. Anyway though, I set out to complete this Fabled Kepler quest. However, you're not really exploring Kepler. This quest basically asks you to redo 4 of the campaign missions on Fabled difficulty, and then go find 2 secret strangelets around Kepler. And upon completing it, you'll be awarded a tier 4 Agape. I really didn't think this would take that long, and boy was I wrong. It turns out, Fabled difficulty, it's kinda hard. And these missions, they're kinda long. Like, holy shit, they're long. My brain is not functioning anymore. I'm not in a position to do this. Oh shit, it's hour 6. Anyone else have a res token? I might have eaten them all. Oh no, 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 don't wipe, don't wipe! We had a res! Good shit. Oh man, all right, that was actually a little scary. Strangelet capsule. Oh, that's a tier 3 weapon. Oh, wow. That's my first one. While the missions felt long and repetitive, the secret strangelets were actually pretty cool. And with 3 people, one of them was actually really challenging and took multiple attempts. We can do it, come on! No, reload! I think we got this, Yeah, there we go. Holy shit, guys. Oh yeah, and it's also now hour 7, and we still have a couple capsules to fetch. Okay. I'm gonna take one of these and just go. I don't think we need, okay, wait. I can transform. I don't think we have to kill all of these guys. Oh. Yeah, let's just run. Let's just run, fuck it. Oh. Damn it, the brig needs to die. Oh, that's fucked up. Okay, well. The first 3 missions were a drag, but they were nothing compared to this one. And specifically, they were nothing compared to this room. This room single-handedly caused more pain than anything else in the 12 hours on Kepler. These 2 Cyclops bosses hit hard and feel like they have more health than both of the bosses from Ghosts of the Deep. They feel this way because, at least for us, ammo was scarce, and even with triple void resists, they basically just bullied us into sitting at the back of the map and peppering them to death with scout rifles. This went on for quite a while, and we tried a few different loadouts. Eventually, and as we moved into hour 8, one of our guys, Road, understandably decided to throw in the towel. So now it was up to myself and John Warlock to finish the job. To do this, he threw on Hierarchy of Needs, and we decided to camp out with bows since Hierarchy of Needs just got a big buff. Although I started to notice that my bow didn't seem to be getting the new Hierarchy buff. Not sure if that's intentional or not, but I figured I'd mention it. We eventually took down the first boss, then proceeded to slowly chip away once more at the second boss. Oh, let's go. Finally, dude. John G frickin' G. Holy shit, man. We are officially entering hour 9, which is crazy. That fight alone took an entire hour to complete.
You serious?
And this isn't even the last Strangelet capsule. There's still one more secret one. although that one was really straightforward, and I actually enjoyed it. It was a little boss fight with some mines thrown in for good measure. Nice, all right, that is all 5 of them, like 2 hours later, by the way. Now we can finally put the last stranglet in.
They ain't believe in us. God did.
This shit took way too long, but we're done. Explorer Kepler Fabled defeat, wait, what?
Right.
Oh my god. Oh my god, you're kidding. All right, John, I hope you're up for another mission. So we apparently have to defeat the Archon in World Tier Fabled. All right, let's just go. Let's just get it over with. In case the last 6 strangelets weren't enough, we now must go kill the Archon on Fabled difficulty. This really isn't that hard. It's just super long, and if you're gonna do this, I definitely don't recommend doing it all in one sitting like I did. We have officially entered hour 10, which means we have, what, 3 hours left? Yeah, 3 hours left. Damn, hunted that motherfucker. Oh, that's so cool. What an entrance, dude. Can I emote? Oh my god, can I actually? Dude, you can emote when you're, oh shit. That is so cool. Wait, does it, oh, I was gonna say, does it stay there? Oh shit, I'm sorry. The Archon eventually fell over, and finally, I can just be done with this quest. And if you're wondering, the Matter Spark upgrade isn't game-changing. It's really just a nice thing to have if you use it often, and it adds some more utility with Jolt. Returning to the Caldera though, I can finally claim my beautiful tier 4 Agape. This pistol better do my fucking taxes. Oh man, look at that. All right, let's put this on. Look at this. The weapon mods are enhanced. Oh, that's clean. Mods are enhanced. 22? The grind was very painful, but I'm happy to have this trophy to show for it. The loot tiers are really revitalizing my desire to chase loot, and I can't tell you how happy that makes me. I can also now focus tier 2 gear. So that's nice. Is she in here? Oh. Orin, you good? In this next side quest, I was tasked with finding Orin's molts. If you don't know what a molt is, it's when an animal with an exoskeleton sheds its outer layer of skin to grow. So the fact that Orin has molts, this is so weird, dude. I hope weird people don't find this quest. Stop doing weird shit to Orin. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. It's so gross that they call it a molt, dude. I don't even know what to say about this. There's also kind of a lot of them. Like, how many times did she do this? Anyway, the Seieve was about to leave, so I put a pin in that quest to go get a completion in before it left. This also ends hour 10 and brings us into hour 11. At this point in the challenge, I was definitely starting to feel the time, but I still have 2 hours to push through, so let's get to it. This brig boss confused the hell out of me for a bit, but I eventually figured it out. After this, I started eyeing the Mythic difficulty, which is now marked as very hard instead of impossible. Big strides here, but we'll head over there in the final hour. Anyway, I returned to the spinning wheel and finally figured out that shooting this flower with Graviton stops the wheel from spinning, allowing me to collect an urn from underneath. Before I explore these further though, I still had an Orin molt to collect. Cool. She also talks a bit about her old ghost, which was pretty neat because I didn't even realize that she was a guardian before she was the emissary. Okay, but let's return to these flowers. I now know that shooting a flower causes nearby machinery to stop, which makes these a lot easier to solve. This flower is incredibly obvious. You shoot it and it stops the fan. This allows you to then go collect a crafting part for Graviton Spike. Most of these flowers will lead you to either urns or Graviton Spike crafting parts. I started targeting these because I'm really enjoying Graviton Spike. Okay. And where's the portal for that though? This one was a bit confusing, not because the puzzle was hard, but because the portal was actually hidden on the outskirts of the area. Oh, it's right here. Oh, sweet. Okay, that is super hidden, dude. Fire in the hole, and then we go on over here, and Q and it activates. Look at that. All right, now is this a catalyst? Wow, fragment of Graviton Spike catalyst acquired. After this, I went ahead and returned to the first flower from earlier. I needed to find Mattermorph, but there were no obvious locations to get it. Eventually though, one of our live viewers, Pilot, led me to one, and I was able to solve the puzzle. Oh yes, and there's a fan. Oh, this is so sweet. So this is for an urn. All right, well, we figured that one out. We can cross that off the list. I did a side quest for Ikora that wasn't anything too special, but it gave me some faded capsules and a helmet. this brings us to the final hour, hour 12. Unfortunately, I can't run from it any longer. We are going to Mythic difficulty. Going into the final hour, though, it's time to enter Mythic difficulty. What was once impossible is now classed as very hard. So let's see how bad it is. So it turns out you can actually do the campaign missions again on Mythic difficulty to earn this unique variant of the Ionian armor. I'm obviously not going to do this right now, but I do really like this reward as a sort of trophy armor set. I think that's really cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and see if we can complete a side quest. Why, that is actually really, really cool. These guys are skulls for me, by the way. Yup, we're fucked. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. I just got one tapped by a 250 power thrall. I am 100 levels under that thrall. We're staying on Mythic. This is... The music is so fitting. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Question mark dregs, and they would just insta-kill. I'm going to do a side quest on Mythic. Fuck. Oh, I just alerted them to my presence. Okay, let's try and go get to this side quest. This feels like the good old days. Begin Lodi side quest, please. I can do this. I can do this without third iteration Spike. Lodi side quest, and then. Oh, fuck. Oh, he can see again. This isn't good. Oh my. How the fuck are y'all still alive? We're T-crashing them. I'm gonna T-crash a dragon if it doesn't kill. Oh boy. Up here is the thing we need. Oh, we gotta go into that train. Good lord, man. This is crazy. So, on higher difficulties, you will find new puzzles. That's kind of awesome. I'm assuming this is gonna turn off this fan and I'm gonna matter spark into it or something. Yeah, good call on that one. It turns out this puzzle was meant to start an actual Vex encounter for the Mythic quest, so I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole, but I did at least activate it to see what was going on. Oh no. My goodness, dude, he is chunky. I'm gonna... What did I do? Earlier, get one. Uh-oh. Oh no, please. Okay, I'm gonna matter spark past these guys. Should I T-crash them? Should I T-crash the imp? We might have to T-crash the imp, dude. I don't think we're making it past. No, we can do it. Okay. Next imp swarm we see. Thank God, because I don't know what I would have done if that didn't kill. Oh God. So like actually a trillion. There's a chest. Tier 2. Oh my God. That is a black Vex, dude. I have not ever seen that. Please, blind. I can't blind him. I can't. Okay, I need to investigate the time scars that Lodi created, and I don't know where they are. I'm just gonna keep blinding. I eventually did find the thing I was looking for, then found a couple more, and completed my quest. Unfortunately, that didn't give me the tier 3 reward I was looking for, so I continued to wander around Kepler. Although I ended up deciding that Mythic was a bit out of my range for now. It was fun to try, but I'll come back later. Back on Fabled, I had a bit more time left, so I did another one of these flower puzzles to build out my Graviton. I also tried my hardest to break out of the map, but no luck. After some trial and error, I found my Graviton part and moved on to one last Lodi side quest. This mission had me doing some more Matter Spark shenanigans, which led me to communing with the 9 and learning more about them. I then did this a bunch more times, turned in my quest, and just like that, the 12 hours come to an end. I enjoyed my time on Kepler. It definitely got repetitive at points, and I feel the destination would have benefited from another activity or public events, but overall, I think Kepler is a solid location, assuming you don't really mind the puzzle solving. If you enjoyed, a like would be greatly appreciated, and if you're new around here, consider subscribing for more fun Destiny content. Up next is our Desert Perpetual shit show, followed by the Edge of Fate Nuzlocke and Redacted Episode 3. So there's a lot to do. I hope you're having a great day, night, or whatever it is. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, Guardians, goodbye.